Hi friends, it is a beautiful day outside and so we are going to take a tour of the apple orchard that's in my backyard, the gardens that are around my house, and the spooky thing that's next door to my house which I have not talked about before. So let's start the tour. Alright friends, this is my path to the apple orchard back there. It's full of forget-me-nots, also some caution tape, but my friend is going to work on cleaning this up. But let's go on an adventure to the apple orchard. Halfway to my path, you will see the remnants of what was once a clothesline. See, it's way deep in this bush here. And we'll see if I'll be able to free it. Also, look at that beautiful bush. I think it's a lilac bush because it smells like lilac. It is so fragrant. Here we are. It goes on for forever. And here's a bunch of little baby trees growing. It really is so huge. Look, there's rows upon rows upon rows. And that's just this type of apple. But this is the apple orchard that is directly in my backyard. I've never really seen apple blossoms up close. I've only really been to an apple orchard during the fall. Look at how cute they are when they first bud. They're pink. They're so beautiful. I think this is the best dandelion I've ever picked in my life. Look at it. I'm going to make a wish with this one. Yeah, I can't believe how incredible this is. Also, if you have a fear of bees, this is not a good place to be because they have a bunch of beehives over there. And I love bees. I am not afraid of them. I'm afraid of spiders, which doesn't make any sense because spiders in Michigan don't really hurt you, but bees will. And I've been stung by bees, but I like bees and they obviously do really important stuff for this apple orchard. So I am very happy that they're here. What do I wish for? Oh, and this dress was gifted to me, but there is no requirement for me to talk about it on my YouTube video at all. And so I just wanted to say that it is my dream dress, and I can't believe that I own it. It is the highest quality dress I've ever owned by far. Like if I ever have a tear in it, I'm going to repair it and like hold on to it and pass it down to my maybe future teenage daughter. It is so incredible. I'm in love with it. It's from the brand Sonda Flor. I will link them below. I've always dreamed of having one of these dresses, and green is my favorite color, so I will wear this probably the rest of my life. I think it will look so cute like at Christmas if I wear it with like a red cardigan. Yeah, I'm so happy with it. I don't know when bees are most active, but I have been seeing a lot of them. So there are the beehives over there. That's about as close as I'm willing to get. But thank you, bees. Now, if we carry on down this dirt road, there is what I think is the creepiest looking Tim Burton forest in the whole world. Like, doesn't that make you think of the cover of the movie Big Fish or the forest from The Nightmare Before Christmas when they're all looking for through the holiday trees? Oh my God, it is so spooky. So I'm totally going to take photos in that forest in the fall. And as you can see, there's rolling fields of the orchard. We're coming up to the back of the house, and there's another giant lilac bush. It smells so good. I mean, how old is this lilac bush? 100 years old? It is huge. You guys, I'm gonna have to apologize because I don't know very much about gardening. My mom and grandma are excellent gardeners. I didn't get that gene. Thankfully, my mom did walk the property, and so she did tell me a few types of plants that I will show you. Here's a far away view of how big the apple orchard is. Here's some more rows of trees, plus a burn pit. This is the disaster that was left from the previous owner, who was apparently a hoarder. Here is the organ that was once in my house. And here is what will eventually be my garage space. Can't wait for that. But yeah, it's full of a bunch of junk. I want that blue lamp back there. And my friend said I could have it. That's, I guess, a rotating composter. And then what could that be in the distance? Now, I never know if filming a cemetery is disrespectful. I hope that you all know that I don't mean it in a disrespectful way at all. I mean it in a, I absolutely love this cemetery. I love that I live next to it. I walked it yesterday, and so many of these tombstones, they're from people that passed away in the 1800s. And so there's a lot of cool history, and I'm very interested in like walking here. It's very peaceful. Um, but it's also very spooky for Halloween. And I just want to remind everyone that I thought I saw a ghost in my house, and I completely forgot that I live next to a cemetery. I saw this one tombstone yesterday that's like leaning right by this tree that made me very sad. Unless it's just a broken piece off of one of these, because I did notice some of them were broken off, like that one right there. But this is a very old cemetery. Down the road is the new cemetery for like regular people that are passing away now. This is a very, very, very old one where I think all the people that have been buried here, like their descendants have passed away also. We have a nosy neighbor across the street, and she came riding over in her golf cart and wanted to talk to someone that lived here. And I'm not afraid, so I talked to her, and she was nice. And she knew the previous owner. She was related to the previous owner, and so she told me about the garden a little bit. And this used to be a waterfall here, and I thought it was a fountain, so it's good to know that it was a waterfall. I bet it was beautiful at one point. It is definitely, it's definitely gotten pretty dirty. It's not in great shape. I'm thinking about, at the minimum, maybe cleaning this little thing out so that it can be like a nice little bird bath. But either way, it is beautiful. This is the very first season that my friend is going to have in the spring and summer. So we'll see what we can fix up, but it looks beautiful. This is a very strange plant, and I found out from that nosy neighbor that it's a peony tree. I mean, you can see how huge this thing is. I mean, in contrast with my nails, it's giant. And the neighbor, she said that these will get like up to 10 inches big. I can't wait to see it. Now, I saw the Siamese cat yesterday, and that darn cat ate the food again, but I didn't get to see it today. And also, speaking of that darn cat, it looks just like, if you've seen that movie, That Darn Cat, that's exactly what the kitty looks like. But I'm planning on slowly moving the food and water up here closer and closer to my house to see if I can get to know it better. Also, because I met the cat while the apple blossoms are blooming, I think I'm going to name it Blossom. Yeah, it's sunset, so I'm probably going to have to say goodnight for now, and I will start again in the morning with the tour. Good morning, and as a part of my morning routine, I put out some fresh food for the cat and water. Then in my morning routine, I also say good morning to this mourning dove that always sits here in this adorable little birdhouse. And I think I'm going to name her Marigold, the mourning dove. I say good morning to her every day, and I always hear her hooting and hollering. It's so cute. And I think she has a little husband. He always sits up in the wire. Do you see him? It's so cute. I wonder if she's sitting on a nest, but she's always sitting here. I have seen her get out of it though, which is good. It is time to do my first load of laundry here. Since I don't have a clothesline yet, I'm just going to use my drying racks. And what a beautiful place to dry my clothing and to have a little chat with you. So I've been asked by my friends and family how I'm doing, and if I'm actually happy at this house. And the answer is that I am doing pretty well and I am quite happy here. When I'm out, I look forward to coming home, and I'm starting to think of this place as home now, which is really nice, though this is really living in the country, and I have never done that before. So I've been encountering tons of spiders in the house and all kinds of creatures outside. And if you wait until the end of the video, I kept some bloopers at the end where I encounter some of those critters. So I do have to evolve and become a country girl, or for a vintage touch, a land girl, and we'll see how that goes. Inside my house, when I have the windows and the slider open, there is an amazing cross breeze that is great for drying my dresses or any other items that I keep on hangers. And I bet the rays of sun from the skylight will be perfect for me to dry clothing in the winter. And now, please enjoy the sounds of all the birds in my backyard while I fold my dried clothing. The purple Flower Power blanket that I showed earlier is a fleece blanket that is from my own home decor line on Redbubble. I will link that below. I have a bunch of different Flower Power patterns. They are all inspired by vintage sheets and vintage florals. This blanket is absolutely my favorite. I mean, it is from my own line, so obviously I think it's cute, but it's also very cozy and it's held up very well, and I'm folding it up to then put it in my living room, and I decided to show a little glimpse of what my living room is looking like right now. It doesn't have much. It's mostly just furniture, but at least I have a nice place to sit. Then I went to Menards to buy some flowers because I needed some for my front step and for my mom for Mother's Day. And I got her this planter at the thrift store because she loves Peter Rabbit and England. And I thought these flowers were very like English cottage inspired, but they were too tall. So I had to pick something else. And this is a watering can planter that I'm going to use on my front steps. And I think I'm going to pick out some marigolds and violets. If you watched my video where I talk about my struggle with making friends and my best tips for finding new ones, I shared that I made a friend while I was shopping at Aldi, and we are still friends, which is so cool, but she is not feeling very well right now, and so I'm planting her a little pot of violets to hopefully cheer her up a little bit. I accidentally bought too many flowers. I wanted to buy too many instead of too few. And so I found a spare pot in the garage and just used that to put on my front step. I'm doing a bunch of planting today, and these aloe plants of mine need a lot of help. I have had them for probably 5 years, and somehow they are not dead. So if you need a house plant that you forget to water, aloe is it. I have propagated them a few times, and I have to do it again because the pots are getting too full. Now all my planting is done at once, which is awesome. And then I recorded this part when I went inside to get my watering cans. And while I was editing it, I realized the sound of the birds was really beautiful. So enjoy this little sound from the birds. In the wise words of Ronald Weasley, it's not much, but it's home. Then I took a shower because I was so sweaty from planting all these flowers, and I wanted to show you this vintage hamper that I bought at a flea market last summer. And after I bought it, I regretted it because in my old house, I had no place for it. I didn't even need a hamper because my laundry room is right off my bedroom, but good thing I bought it because I do need a hamper in this house, and it fits perfectly underneath the window and doubles as a plant stand for my aloe plants. Sometimes it really works out when you buy a vintage item and you don't know what to do with it. And Blossom has made an appearance right as the peonies are blooming. How beautiful. I don't know what's more beautiful, the peonies or the sweet, sweet Siamese cat. Thank you so much for watching, friends, and stick to the end if you are interested in some of the creature features that I have been experiencing while living here. You're the best. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Oh my god, I set this down for 5 seconds and there's a toad on it. Or a frog? I don't know. Reptiles scare me, but it's kind of cute. But, ugh. All right, I put 2 bowls there. There's one all the way over here, and I can't find the other one. So what, did a raccoon carry it away? And then as I was looking, I discover this lair of some animal. That is a big hole. What do you think that is, for a gopher? You think my bowl's in there?